Well, hey there. I thought I would give you guys an update since my last video about the flooding. Well, at the moment, there's a little bit of sunshine, and I got up this morning and the sun was shining, and I was like, oh, wow. And then a little bit later, the sky started getting really cloudy and dark again, and I was like, oh no. And then it started raining again. And I thought, oh dear. But now at the moment, there's a little bit of sunshine, which at least currently the road out in front of my house is not flooded. So the water's gone down out here. It's still flooded up the street. I have not been up the street, but I can look up the street and see that it's like still flooded up there. And probably in that little area where I got stuck, almost got stuck in there with my bike and the water up over my knees. I imagine it's probably still pretty flooded in that area. But at least out here, it's better. And I'm hoping that it continues to get better because it's been really icky and awful. And today I was noticing when I went to go wash my dishes, the water's coming out brown, which is not good. And I'm sure it's because of all the flooding and everything. I mean, we still don't have a lot of water pressure, but we still have water, but it's brown. Yay. And then I noticed in my bathroom, I have my bathroom door closed now because one thing I haven't talked about on this channel, I've talked about it on my other channel, was at the beginning of the year, around, I don't know, I guess it was like March or April, or maybe it was May, I can't remember. Anyway, somewhere around that time of the year, I was in here when I heard this horrible, loud sound. Sounded like a bulldozer coming through the house. And then I turned and looked, and I saw all this like smoke coming through into the kitchen, into this area in here. And I was like, oh my God. And when this happened, I saw Oscar like fleeing from the front room into here. And I walked in there and I looked, and my entire ceiling had collapsed in there. And that's what all of that plume of smoke stuff was. It was debris and everything just kind of, coming into here. It was a total nightmare. And we were having rain and stuff at that point too. And I thought, oh my God. It was termite damage in the ceiling that caused that to happen. They had just been eating away at it for however long, and it eventually collapsed. So that was a total nightmare. Well, with all this rain and everything, they did not replace, they replaced all of the ceiling in there and in here. I mean, it was like a week of hell, basically, because they had to tear out all of the ceiling in here and everything and replace it all. And then, my landlord and I were painting, and we repainted in here and stuff. But they didn't do anything in the bathroom. They didn't replace that. And with all this rain, and recently I've pointed out to my landlady that I've seen termite damage over here right next to the bathroom door, right near the frame. I showed her that, there's termites again. So I'm a little paranoid about my bathroom now, because I went in there this morning and I looked up at the ceiling, and there's like this little crease that looks a little more pronounced than I remember it. I mean, I could just be paranoid and it may be absolutely nothing. But I got really paranoid about it because I was looking at it going, I don't remember it looking quite like that. And it almost has that look like something's pushing on it and it's trying to make its way, down. My landlady went out. I saw her leave a little while ago. She and some some of the neighbors. They all went out in the car somewhere. So when she comes back, I'm going to have her come and take a look, because I'm like really paranoid that I'm going to be in there either using the bathroom or taking a shower, and that ceiling is going to collapse. And especially if we keep getting more rain, I'm thinking, you know, the pressure and the rain coming down on the roof could be pressing and pushing on the ceiling, you know, and if there's termite damage in there, that could be just enough to make it go pow. So I decided I'm going to close that bathroom door and keep it closed, so that if for any reason, when hopefully I'm not in there, or one of the cats, if it should collapse, that hopefully the majority of the debris and everything will be contained in the bathroom. Because when that ceiling in there fell, which thankfully it was not in here, this part did not fall, but in there, there's, you know, no, over here, there's no, no door or anything in between these two spaces. So, you know, it just basically, everything that was coming out from there just came all in here. And I mean, everything was covered in dust. So I'm thinking, okay, if I keep that door closed and something does happen, maybe the majority of that will stay contained in there. I don't know. But I hope it doesn't happen. I hope I'm just paranoid. But I've told her about the termite damage I've seen over here next to the bathroom door. And I really think she needs to have the people come back out, because she did have, you know, these people come out, and after the ceiling got all replaced in here, which was just horrible. After they had done their job, you know, she did have the termite people come out and go like up in, or maybe it was before the ceiling was done. I can't remember. Maybe it was, yeah, it was, I think it was before the ceiling was done or something. I don't know. Anyway, they came out and, you know, did all their stuff to try to prevent the termites from coming back. But I know it's something that you have to do more than once. You can't just do it once. And I did have, she did have them come out one more time, because I had told her, you know, about that termite damage over there. But all they did was just come and kind of spray right around over there. They didn't do anything else. And I was like, I just don't think that's really going to do it. Because when they came before to take care of it, they actually drilled holes in the floor in several areas within the house, and then they put this stuff that's down into the holes, and then they plugged the holes up, and they went up and did it in the ceiling, and, you know, stuff like that. So, you know, it was like a big process that's supposed to last for, you know, quite a few months or whatever. So I was relieved during that time, but it's been since like May, I think, since they came and did that. So it's probably time they come back and do like a thorough termite thing, because apparently termites have been really, really bad in Thailand this year. It's been like all over the entire country that people have been having a really bad termite problem. So I'm like nervous about this bathroom, since they didn't replace the ceiling in there, and I don't know that they did anything in there. You know, I mean, they sprayed, you know, when they first came out, but since nothing was actually repaired or replaced, you know, if there was already damage in there, and more time has passed and more termites have come back and started eating away at it, you know, it could be a disaster in that bathroom. And it's scary. I mean, it's like, I'm scared to go in there, because that place that's right where, you know, that line looks a little more pronounced than it used to, because it looks like where there's like a seal or something, you know, like where they've connected parts of the ceiling or whatever. It just looks a little more pronounced, and it's right above the toilet and the shower. So it's like, you know, if I'm in there using the toilet or taking a shower, and it decides, hey, today's the day that I'm going to come on down, it's going to be bad, and I could get either seriously hurt or worse. You know, it's like I don't know what would happen, and I don't want to know. I have no desire to find out. You know, and I definitely wouldn't want my cats to be in there. I was fortunate when the ceiling collapsed in there, because that's where the cats always stay. That's their room, basically. Luckily, as soon as it started collapsing, Oscar hightailed it out of there, because I saw him run in here, you know, in fear of his life. But then I didn't know where Biscuit was, and I was just like, oh my God, I was freaking out. And I was in there looking all around, and I mean, and the whole room was just nothing but debris. It was the ceiling was just covering the room, and all this debris was everywhere, and you know, powdery stuff all over the place. And I was so scared, and I started freaking out, and so I pulled the bed out, and thankfully, he was up underneath the bed hiding. I guess he must have run out and I didn't see him or something. And so thankfully he was not hurt or anything. But I mean, you know, if they had been in there asleep or something and that happened, that stuff could have fallen right on them. And, you know, they could have been killed or something. So I don't want to risk it. I want her to come and take a look and maybe have somebody come out here who can at least check it. Because right above this little area here is the little opening, or the place, you know, where you can go up into the ceiling, you know, or go up into the roof area or whatever and look. So they can just go right over there and look in there and do whatever they need to do to check and see what's happening. And then, you know, determine whether or not we're going to have to go through another roof replacement, you know, or ceiling replacement stuff. So, oh God, but yeah, with all the heavy rain and stuff, I just think it's probably putting pressure on those beams and whatever, you know, whatever's up in there. And it could just be enough to cause it to collapse. And so, yay! I'm so thrilled. But anyway, on a different note, I finally did get my video made. A few nights ago when I was making a video here, I was saying, you know, I was getting ready to try and set up to do a video for my other channel, but I didn't get to because of the rain. It just started coming down so hard. It was so loud that there was just no way I could try to make the video, even though this particular video has added ambiance in the background, so it's like I'm playing music and stuff in it. But it was just so overpowering that I just said, no, I'm just not even going to bother. So, but I got it done last night, and I had fun doing it. It was a blast. And I hope my friend Linda sees it, because it's, she's kind of a part of it. So, even though she wasn't actually there, but I was pretending she was there. So, anyway, and it was fun. So, I hope she watches that. And you can check it out too if you want to go check out my other channel. See, it's not a typical ASMR video. That's my all about atmosphere videos that I do, because I have a playlist that I call All About Atmosphere. It's videos where I add in extra stuff, you know. So I have some videos where I might be adding in music or background sounds that's supposed to sound like wherever I'm at, you know, because like I've got one where I'm at a bus station, so I have like bus station, you know, atmosphere going, and, you know, camping atmosphere for a camping video I did and stuff like that, you know. So, and I love doing those videos. Those are a lot of fun because I get to get really creative. But, so, and it's been a while since I've done one of those videos, so I was, you know, really wanting to do another one. And so I got to, and I thought, well, this is a perfect time to do this particular one, because since it was mine and Linda's birthday, and we, you know, I got to go on her live stream and all that stuff the other night to celebrate our birthdays. I thought, yeah, this is the perfect time to do another video like that. So, anyhow, I had fun, and I'm hoping that, you know, she'll see it and enjoy it and get a kick out of it. And maybe you too, if you're interested in watching it. So, anyway, I guess I'm going to go, because this, I don't know, this phone just, I don't know how other people record such long videos on their phone. Because mine just, it's like the space gets eat up like really fast. So it's like, I can't really make long videos with this thing. I mean, I suppose it's because I have, because of my settings, I have it set to record at like the highest quality possible, because obviously I'd like for my videos to have high quality if at all possible. So it takes up a whole lot more space. So I have to pretty much, once I get this off of here and, you know, get it onto my laptop so that I can put it on YouTube, I have to delete it immediately, or else, you know, because I just can't have more than 1 or 2 videos on here, because it just takes up too much space. But yeah, today looks a lot better, which I hope it stays this way. I really do, because boy, I'm telling you, after all that rain and flooding and everything, it's just, it's like, okay, I've had enough of that. I don't mind rain, and I don't mind thunderstorms and stuff like that. It's very nice and peaceful sometimes. Yeah, I find that really nice. But it was excessive this time, so enough is enough. Oh, and I'm going to tack on here at the end that I was hearing Big V out there just reminded me. Before I started this video, I was recording some roosters out in the yard, because a whole bunch of them came over for breakfast this morning. So I filmed them and managed to get Red, the rooster I call Red. He's got the little short legs. I can always tell him apart from all the other roosters. Him and Big V, those are the two that I recognize the most, because some of those roosters, they all kind of look the same. But Red has little teeny short legs, and Big V, he's just got that big voice, and now he's all beat up from a rooster fight or something. So anyhow, so I'm going to put that on here at the end, and I don't think I said anything at the end of it, so I'll say it now. So thank you for watching, and I appreciate you being here, and I'll see you again later. Bye. Well, everybody's enjoying some breakfast this morning. I just threw out some corn. There's actually another one over there. You can kind of not really see it. Here he comes. Sorry, I'm looking through a screen, so it looks really awful to look through the screen, but I just thought I'd show you these cute little roosters out here having some breakfast. Now that the weather's clearing up a little bit, at least for the moment. So there you have it. Roosters. And that's Red. That's the rooster that I call Red. See, he's got those little tiny short legs. He's got that real pretty red face. Whatever you call those things. He's got really short legs. And I call him Red. Hey, Red. How you doing, Red? And there's Oscar. Hi, Oscar. He likes watching the roosters from the window. I like watching them too. I don't know. They're kind of cool. I never had roosters or anything growing up, so this is all new to me. They're awfully pretty, but they don't like it when other roosters come around trying to steal their food, boy. They're just like, get out of here. They're funny. It's like, I put down enough for all of you now. Come on now. Everybody can eat. They all look like they're related. Family squabbles.